Hope you resting well, Lil William. Sheesh. Y'all, what is that? Ah! Ah! All right, family. I was told that in these woods is like a lost cemetery. It's like this path, and then they're like, I don't know. We're gonna go find it together. It's daytime, so I feel a little bit more comfortable. So yeah, let's go see if we can find this lost cemetery in the woods, guys. Oh man, you got like tires over here. Some path. Where would there be a cemetery? Where would the graves be? Oh wow. Is that it way in the corner? Oh. On the other side is like a busy, I guess a street on the other side of the forest, woodsy area. Do y'all see that right here? Look at that. That's a tombstone that's overgrown with trees. Hold on, let me see. Oh, wow. I was walking, y'all. And look, literally just on the ground is just a tombstone. Like, you could have easily walked over that. Oh, man. Oh, y'all thought that was a snake over there. But no, this tombstone is for a kid. Nina. No, Nina. Oh. Nina, I got you, baby. I got you. Okay. All right. There we go. Nina Deloitte, 1944 to 1946. She's 2 years old, little mama. Wow. That makes me sad, y'all. That makes me sad seeing her tombstone just laying down like that. I don't know if maybe it's meant to lay down like that and not meant to stand up. But like, she died in the 40s. And I know it ain't been nobody over here to come check on her. Well, Nina, I hope you're resting well. Look at this headstone. Look at this one. I gotta be careful. I'm out here in these woods, yo. I don't know what type of amphibians, reptiles. Oh man, this is another child. Is this like a child cemetery? This is William Tatum, March 13th, 1947, May 6th, 1947. Gone to be an angel. Oh man. Oh man, let's get some of these vines off of you, William. Let's get some of these vines up off of you, William. Yeah. Get some of them vines up off of you. I hope you resting well, Lil William. Sheesh. Y'all, what is that? Ah! Ah! Oh! It got thorns. Y'all, it got thorns. Do y'all see that? Hold on, man. Look, do y'all see these thorns? Look at those thorns. Oh, man. Y'all, how do you file for workman's comp on yourself? How does that work out, guys? Golly. That hurt. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That hurt, guys. I felt that through my pants. All right, but look at this. Here's another. That's someone named Herman. Wow, y'all, there's so many. Look at all of those little headstones poking out in the distance. Come on, let's get a little bit closer. Ah. Now the wind is picking up. It's getting a little bit gloomier. I really gotta watch where I'm stepping now, because you just don't know where a headstone may be. Look at this. Look at all these overgrown headstones. 1852, J.H. McKinney. Oh wow. All of my empaths, mediums. How are y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling about this lot? Over here. Oh wow. Oh wow. Here are two more lamb headstones. Jack Stanley, 1932, passed away in 1932. James Donald, 1938, passed away in 1938. He was only a week old. Wow. Is this a child cemetery? It can't be I mean, it can, but it gotta be some adults over here, right? Okay, Norris Lee. (1912 to 1941). Spirits, anyone that's here resting, my name is Dalen, and I come in peace, love, and respect. I just come to speak to those who might not have been spoken to in a long time. Let's see, who is this? Is that another lamb? Uh, 1919 and 1924. I was 5 years old. Hold on, I got you. Oh, that might be some type of ivy. I got you, whatever. I'll put some ointment on. There we go. Whatever. You deserve it. I don't know what that was. Maybe it wasn't bad ivy. If it was, I'll be all right. Oh, wow. Look at this. Elizabeth Victoria Casey, daughter of James and Mary. Y'all, that sounded like something was coming from that path over there with those graves over there. She passed in 1910. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this fenced in area. And it has a headstone there and there. That Teresa Caldwell, I think, was 10, 1960 to 1970. Wow, look at this. Frances Smith, 1845 to 1927. Having finished life's duty, she now sweetly rests. David Smith. I wonder if this is the Smith. Okay, I think this might, oh wow. You gotta watch where you're stepping over here, because there's stones everywhere. Everywhere. I think this might be a cool place to do. Look at all those headstones up there, overgrown by those shrubs and trees. Whew, starting to get a little light. Oh wow, someone's made a pallet out here. And it looks like they may have been sleeping out here. Could you imagine sleeping literally only feet away from headstones? But maybe you don't have anything to worry about when it's the spirits. Who is this? 1878 Briller Fauget. Oh wow. Look at these headstones. It's like a tree might have fell on those. All right, y'all. I'm gonna find a quiet place to do a spirit box session. What's going on, Graveyard Shift family? It's your boy, Dalen. And look, I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good. My leg feels better after I got, attacked by those wild thorns. That's why I wear pants. That's why I wear pants, y'all. And long sleeves. But I'm out here in this wooded area. It's a lot of ants, it's a lot of bugs. But I feel like this is probably like the quietest place in the wooded area because there's busy streets around it. So that's a siren. So if you hear stuff, know that I'm trying to work around my available reality. But y'all, I want to do something different today, Graveyard Shift family. I want to show you how active we really are in the Graveyard Shift community and on the Facebook page. So we had a Graveyard Shifter write us a Facebook post saying that she had a lot of questions that she felt like just never get answered on a lot of these paranormal shows. So we're taking this shit serious. I brought my notebook today, guys. I got a pen. I'm official. But no, so shout out to Cheryl Beals. Cheryl had a lot of dope questions. So I got them written down here, and that's what's gonna kind of guide this conversation. So yeah, man, if you got questions that you want me to ask, feel free to put them in the comments. And yeah, I like y'all's input. Please help me. Help me help us. But all right, all the spirits that are here, my name is Dalen. I'm with a community of people called the Graveyard Shift. And we literally go all over the world, and there's a lot of bees around me, but that's okay. We go all over the world and we try to speak to those that may have not been spoken to in a long time. And I've heard about this resting area where it's overgrown with a lot of shrubbery. And I just feel like a lot of you all may not have been spoken to in a while. So I would love to hear what you got going on. And yeah, I'm here to listen. Feel free to express yourself. We come in love, peace, and harmony. Let's go, guys. Y'all, it's a lot of bugs out here. It's a lot. They're excessive. Every insect you can think of is out here. Every. Like, is that a tarantula? Like, why? Why? Here we go. Hey, everyone. My name is Dalen. Hi. Wait, what is your name? Is someone here buried in this area? Am I talking to someone who's resting in this immediate area? Can you tell me your name? Okay. So, I just want to kind of get the conversation warmed up. Can you tell me the last time someone's come to visit you? Let me ask you this. I've been to a lot of cemeteries. Yeah, a lot. At what point does it seem like people, I don't want to say forget about you, but seemingly stop being remembering you? Because think about it, after like 100 years, people might not even know you in your lineage anymore. So at what point do people stop recognizing you? Y'all, that sounded like a baby saying dad. Oh my God. Hold on.
Grandma.
That said grandma. Is there a baby here? That sounded like someone said dad. Can you say that again?
Going on stuck. No, there.
Are there any children here around me? Can I speak to one of the kids that are here? I'm nice. Are there any little kids here that want to say hi? Can you say mama or dad? Said play. Do you want to play?
No.
No. Okay. Are there a lot of adults here as well? Protecting? Do all the adult spirits here watch over the children's spirits? Just me? Who are you?
Grandma.
Your grandma. That's the second time we've gotten grandma. Who are you? Whose grandmother are you? Whose grandmother are you? The grave? So is there one spirit that is the grandmother to all the other spirits here? Can you tell me your name? Do you remember my name? Did that say Dalen? Yes. Okay, I feel like y'all are talking. Well, just know I come in peace, so I'm not here to harm any of the spirits, no kids, no adults. I would just love to speak to everybody. Did you say you're popular now? Hey man, listen, I do almost have 15,000 subscribers on YouTube now. I ain't bragging, but we got a little community growing.
No. What?
Did you say no? Hey man, say man, you can't be hating from the other side, man.
I moved the leg.
We over here doing the Lord's work, man. We trying to talk to people.
Switch.
Do you guys like when people come to visit? You're indifferent? Why are you indifferent? But don't you miss like interacting with people? We're told. So what do you miss the most about living?
We know. Candy.
You say candy? What was your favorite candy? Skittles? Hey, I respect it. I'm not a Skittles person, but I respect people that do. Man, y'all, I keep looking this way because I keep seeing and hearing stuff, but I strained my neck the other day, y'all. I slept on it wrong, so my mobility ain't. So I'm trying to look like this because I can't give you the full, like, I gotta, so y'all gotta help me out, man. It ain't nothing like there is nothing worse than not being able to move your neck and something that's on your ass is on that side. So y'all, please look out for your boy. Back to scheduled programming. Okay, so look, I have some questions from a friend. I would love if you could answer some of these questions. Okay, this is from our friend named Cheryl Beals. I don't know if I was supposed to tell them your name or not, but Cheryl, you in it with us together now. Me and you in it together now, Cheryl. Now, okay, so Cheryl wants to know, did you go to your own funeral? Like, were you able to witness and watch your own funeral? Okay. I gotta go back and review these answers, y'all, so I'm gonna just keep trying to move the conversation forward. Let me ask you this. If you did go to your funeral, how was it? Was your funeral everything that you wanted it to be or thought that it would be? Okay, hold on, time out. Is there someone walking around me? Is there a dark figure walking around me and behind me? Okay. Okay. So back to the question. Did anyone show up to your funeral that you weren't expecting? Were you surprised that someone did not show up who you thought would show up? This ain't changed the subject? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I respect it. Okay. So, like, this person died December 24th, Christmas Eve, 1925. Is it still the same date on the other side that you passed away? Does time keep going once you pass away? It can? Do you know what year it is right now? Can you tell me what year it is? I know y'all heard 2023. I gotta go back and play that. Say, oh, that answers a lot of questions for me. Okay, we back. No, be quiet, Siri. Okay. So you said 2023.
Always.
So do you keep up with the current times even once you're passed away? Okay. Okay. Question number 5. Do you know that you are dead? Like, do you know that you're passed away? Or are you confused? Yeah. It sounded like somebody threw something at me. Wait, did you just throw something at me?
Easy.
Did you throw something at me? Did a child throw something at me? Are you walking around me right now? They say Ghost Brother? Did you say Ghost Brother? Can you say it one more time? Hey man, don't worry. I'm gonna get the Ghost Brothers out here on one of these sessions. All right, we got some more questions. Once you pass away, are you the healthy version of yourself? So say you had a sickness or an ailment, are you the restored and healthy version of yourself? So if you were in a wheelchair in life, or blind, or deaf, or once you pass away, is everything restored again? Okay. If you're, say, 95 years old when you pass away, once you're on the other side, are you still 95? Or do you revert back to your flyest year? Y'all, that's a great question. That's a great question, and I want to hear your responses in the comment section. So, do you feel like when you pass away, do you remain the age in which you passed away, or do you revert back to your flyest year? But this is the question. What was your flyest year? If in fact you do revert back to your flyest, coolest, smoothest year when you cross over, what would be that year for you and why? So I want to hear. I'm like, man, it'd be 85 because I had a mullet and all the women. Or was it 1976 because I had a fresh bob and Tony took me to the prom? Like, what was your flyest year and why? What year would you want to revert back to once you crossed over to the other side? I think that's a dope question. So, do you remain the age in which you passed away? Okay. Last question. When you pass away, do you immediately go to heaven or hell? Is there like a waiting area? A purgatory? Okay. Okay. I like those questions. I think we got some real solid responses. I'm still tripping off y'all missing Skittles. Would you mind if we came back to speak to y'all again? No? Well, hopefully all the children and the adults feel safe around us. It would be cool if we could get some people to come out here and help clean up this area. Say you probably can't. Oh, that's kind of sad. Well, I appreciate your time. Did you guys enjoy our conversation? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. Say, for this to be just a random, stop in the woods for us, this is probably one of the coolest sessions. I've never heard a child come through, and we're in it's a lot of child resting here. It's a lot of children resting here. And to hear a child immediately come through and say, Dad, wow. And then to ask, what's your favorite candy? And they say Skittles. Do you know what year it is? 2023? Y'all, good job, Cheryl. I'm gonna have to look out for you, man. I'm gonna have to find something to do. I don't know if you've bought a t-shirt or a picture, but I'm gonna have to send you something. That was a great shift work. We need more of that from you guys out there. Hey, listen. If Cheryl want to work her way up to manager on y'all, don't be mad at Cheryl now. Cheryl is working her way up to employee of the month. Who is going to give Cheryl some run for her money? What other questions do you guys have, man? I love incorporating y'all's feedback. I love y'all's feedback. Thank y'all for shifting in and clocking in. I love y'all, and until next time, Graveyard Shift family.